we go. Now it's on. I fixed the thing.
Fantastic.
We're recording now.
Ooh.
Hi, everybody. This is the worst intro ever.
Sure is.
Yay! We're back and ready to rumble with Midnight Mumble Podcast Edition. We're on episode number 23. Haha. I looked it up before we started.
Ooh. It's 23 more episodes than you had 23 episodes ago.
Ha 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 ha. So we've been gone for a little while. Just a touch. Just a smidgen. A tiny little amount.
It's a few days and weeks
And months. And, almost half a year. Actually, no, it is half a year. We've been not recording for half a year. I didn't grab a drink before we started. Oops.
Too bad.
Too bad, so sad. We're stuck with this.
That's right.
So, we've only got a few topics to talk about, and then we've got some questions from one person, because only one person dared ask questions.
They dared.
They dared, and they will receive the reward for doing the dare.
In this case, that would be an answer.
Yes. It's a very good reward.
Yes.
Haha.
Yeah.
So, I guess what we should start off with is what I said we should start off with, and have a great discussion of importance explaining where we've been and what we've been doing.
Stuff and things.
And more things and stuff.
Yes.
I've been mostly working, as per usual.
And that's most of the reason why we haven't been doing any podcasts.
Yep.
Because she has been working and not available to do pretty much anything.
Yep. So if we did do a podcast, it'd be all like, well, I haven't done anything but work, so what have you been up to?
Pretty much.
Yep.
And that's basically it. We've had 6 months worth of spending as much time together as we can, while at the same time trying to work on projects and working.
Mostly working.
Mostly.
At least during the summer, it was mostly working. And it looks like it may be that way for a little more longer. Everybody keeps leaving. Makes my job hard. It's so impossible. But, yeah. I mean, we did get a few new video games and stuff from the Steam sales.
Yeah. Vigi games. That's always fun.
It is fun. I've only played like 2 or 3 of them. I think.
I've poked at things here and there. Like, the biggest surprise of this year, for me at least, was the Mean Greens. And that I just found out about, like, a month ago.
That's the game with the army men, isn't it?
Yeah. It's really good. Because it's like the old Army Men games for, like, the N64 and the PlayStation.
Oh.
And it plays like exactly like that, but it's made with Unreal Engine 4, so it's gorgeous.
Ooh. Sounds fantastic.
Now on the downside, there's just a campaign. On the downside, there's just multiplayer. There's no campaign.
Oh.
I got mixed up in my head. But apart from that, it's really good. And everything is based in, like, real-life scale areas. So, unlike in the Army Men games, you don't have any, like, Army Man scale, just regular hills and stuff.
Ooh.
So, like, I always hated those levels in those games. It's like, ooh, dirt and ground. I could see this in any video game.
Yep.
But no, take me to the level where you're, fighting around the edge of a filled bathtub. That's fun.
I'm inside a house. I shall fight you here.
Inside of the house, more specifically, fighting from one end of the kitchen counter to the other end of the kitchen counter.
See, that sounds like fun. It also reminds me, do you remember the Micro Machines game for the, what was it for? The Nintendo?
A bunch of things. There are a lot of Micro Machines games.
I'm thinking of one particular one, and I can't remember which one it is. I don't have it.
Yeah. But yeah, any game... I really like scale in games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have, you're running around in a regular-sized world, but you are extremely small or extremely big, it's a lot of fun. Because, Katamari Damacy, you've got both of those in one game, which is fantastic.
Yep.
Or you're just a regular-sized person dealing with ridiculously scaled things, like Shadow of the Colossus, or more recently, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Haha.
Which I got fairly recently.
Yes.
And I've put a bit of time into.
Aww.
I could have put way more time into it, but I haven't.
Tisk.
I really don't want to burn out on it. It feels like a game that I could easily burn out on.
Ooh, that's not good. I have something in my throat. Ah, get it out. Ah. No.
But, there hasn't been a whole lot going on over the past 6 months, really.
I was expecting us to be like, oh yeah, I've done this, and I've been doing this, and blah, blah, blah.
Though there was one thing that happened over the past 6 months that was big and exciting.
I wrote a book!
Okay, there were two things that happened over the past 6 months that were big and exciting.
What's the one that you're thinking of?
Happened in September, around the middle. Involved air travel.
Air travel. I can officially say I don't like it. Officially say. That's right. In September, my favorite month, because of a song, I went and saw him.
Hi!
And it was quite interesting. Because we're from, two different worlds. I'm from the city. He's from, a little small town. So it's kind of funny. The whole differences between the two.
Now, 10,000 people doesn't sound small. But when you compare it to something on the scale that she's used to...
Where there are skyscrapers and traffic jams every single day of your week. Although I will say, sometimes it's pretty when you're driving home and you see the skyscrapers in the horizon.
Yeah, there is something to be said for the urban sprawl.
Mm-hmm. They each have their own little thing.
Yeah. Because, where I am, the landscape itself is really dull.
Yep.
But, at least the sky is pretty at night.
True.
But yes, she hopped on an aeroplane.
I hopped on two.
2 aeroplanes to come to see me.
Okay. It was a bigger plane because it was heading from one point to O'Hare. And then teeny tiny little plane because, that's fun. Actually, I dare say the tiny plane is better than the bigger plane. Because it doesn't go as high up in altitude, so your ears don't pop as bad.
See, I can pop my ears at will, so that doesn't bother me.
If I could, then maybe my ear would be able to hear. I doubt it, though.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, I went and saw him. And then, in November, nothing happened in October, really. I don't think. Halloween happened. But other than that, nothing really.
I got some candy.
I don't think I got any. Aw. I didn't go to the stores afterwards to get super cheap Halloween candy. Aw. Bummer. I was working. Like any other day. Of course. But no. November, as you guys may have noticed, I did a vlog on this. But we a lot of writers do NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month. It's in November. Of course, if you want to, you can do the, I think it's in April. They have a Camp NaNoWriMo, which is kind of the same thing. But, yeah, and I actually finished this year 50,000 words. And then some. Just a couple of extra. So, yeah.
Really impressive.
Very impressive.
I tried to do it too, and petered out at about 11,000.
Where's my... I don't know where it's at.
Which I was expecting, so, I wasn't super, worked up about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm not a big writer, but, I thought I'd give it a shot, and...
Pew, pew.
The thing is, like, the story that I was writing is one that I didn't write before because I couldn't figure out the middle. And, of course, I still haven't figured out the middle.
The elusive middle section. It just ran off. It's like, nope, you can't find me. You have to hunt for it. Or just skip it entirely. I did that. I have to go back and edit the story. I'm going to do that in January.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a little mellow out in December. Kind of chill. Which was actually probably a good thing. Because December 1st through what? Like the second week? Kind of more like the 15th or whatever. I was sick. And that was horrible. And I don't think it was a cold either. I don't know what it was. Maybe like a sinus thing or something. But it was terrible and awful.
But, yeah, if you do write a book, it is always best to wait at least, 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Or more before you go back and edit it again. So you can look at it with fresh eyes.
Instead of going, this again. Leave me alone.
Or, on the other hand, and even worse, is going back and, oh yeah, this is fine. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is good.
I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to print that sucker out and then be like, red pen it everywhere. Because there are spots that I want to shift around because there are some flashbacks in it that I think need to be shifted in their timing and stuff. And then there are some errors that I know are there that I need to adjust and whatnot. So I also tried to do it again this month. Not exactly as long because the story I wanted to write was shorter than 50,000 words, or at least I think it will be. But yeah, that hasn't gotten very far.
What with the working?
Well, see, the funny thing is with NaNoWriMo, the best time that I did my writing was Sunday morning at work because we've gotten a church group to come Sunday morning. So I'm there at 6:30 in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sundays usually. And most of that time is just sitting around in the office having nothing to do. Because I just let them in, I unlock the doors, la-di-da, they know what they need, they know where to go. If they need me, I'm there. So I started taking my laptop, which funnily enough, I thought I'd be using my desktop to do the writing and stuff, but I didn't. Most of the writing, except for I think the beginning part, was done on the laptop. That's kind of funny.
There you go.
I never thought that would be a thing, but it was.
If it wakes, it wakes.
I think the good thing about it is, it was kind of cold during that time, so I could sit on the couch with this warm little device on my lap. And B, it's slightly older, so if you try browsing on the internet and stuff, it goes slightly slow. Or at least slower than what I'm used to, so I'm just like, no. So it has distractions on it, but it's so slow that I don't use it.
There you go.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool.
You have a novel typing computer.
I do. And that's fantastic.
Yep. So, why don't we move on to the next topic?
Which is a tongue sticking out smiley face. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So, next. Moving on after that.
Star Wars! I wrote a funny subtitle, but I'm not going to talk about it. So, but it's funny.
New Star Wars came out, as you certainly know if you are on the internet right now.
Which you probably are, otherwise how in the world are you listening to this? I would like to know.
Good, very good question.
But yeah, the new Star Wars movie came out a couple of weeks ago. It's been breaking records ever since, which I figured it would. And I went and saw it that Friday that it released, not the Thursday, because of course I was what? Working. And, well, yeah. I actually left early that day. I don't remember how I managed that. Oh, I remember. I gave part of my shift away to somebody because he wanted a couple more hours, but he couldn't come in when I was supposed to come in. So I worked for like a couple of hours and then he came in for the rest of it. So I was able to sleep in because we went and saw the 9 o'clock in the morning showing. So that was fun.
Fantastic.
So the movie is both good and bad. It's a little annoying. It has its little interesting holes and stuff, and it's slightly annoying because I'm not going to go into great detail, but considering that the books are no longer canon, it uses a lot of ideas from the books that are no longer canon. But it like mixes it all up and stuff, so it's just mildly annoying. But other than that bit, and another bit that is huge spoilers, so I won't talk about that, it was a really good movie.
I liked it quite a lot. Fortunately for me, see, I'm in a very good position to appreciate the new Star Wars movies because I like the movies. That is to say, I like about half of the movies. And I know a lot about those movies and practically nothing about the extended universe.
Which is a plus, because...
Yeah, so fortunately for me, it's like, okay, so this is all new and fresh to me.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that they incorporated from that extended universe, I don't know about.
Exactly. So definitely, if you haven't read any of the books or anything, or if you didn't care much about the books, you'll probably enjoy the movie more than the people who enjoyed the books and are mad that they're no longer canon. It's hard to let that go because... Okay, this isn't spoilery at all. But my favorite character in the Star Wars universe, besides Luke Skywalker, is Mara Jade. And no more. So it's just really annoying.
And I don't even know who that is.
She's really awesome. She's really awesome. I have graphic novels you can read.
Aha!
There's one more that I need to get. Because she marries Luke Skywalker in the extended universe. And there's a graphic novel centered around their wedding, which is quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed.
Golly gosh.
Yeah, because she was the Emperor's hand. So she was like her last mission from the Emperor before he died was to kill Luke Skywalker.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because Luke Skywalker was definitely on the Death Star when the Emperor got killed. So he told her to kill Luke Skywalker while Darth Vader was trying to get Luke Skywalker to join the dark side?
Maybe it wasn't to kill him. Maybe it was something else. I don't remember. It's been too long. My memory's not what it used to be. But anyway, she was supposed to get him.
Okie dokie. So, without getting into spoilers, it would be difficult to talk much more about this topic. I guess all I'll say is that I personally think that this new Star Wars movie is better than Return of the Jedi. So, that puts it at number 3 on my personal ranking scale.
I faint at the thought. I like the movie. It's definitely better than the prequels by a long shot because there's not 5 zillion bits of CGI and everything, you know, like the models and the stuff. It's just really nicely done. He did a really good job on that part. I'm just, you know, annoyed.
When was the last time you saw Return of the Jedi?
Earlier this year. It's
not a very good movie.
The thing is, I grew up with it, so it's not the matter of the fact
so
that...
did I. I watched those movies back to back a number of times when I was a kid.
You're more
and
of You like Star Trek more than Star Wars, so shush your mouth.
Still, I personally think that Force Awakens is better than Jedi.
I'm giving him a look of glaringness. This relationship is on the rocks now. Nah, it's fine.
Because, I mean, at first I was like, I think it's probably about the same as Jedi on my scale. But as more I think about it, it's like, I think I probably like it better. Because I watched Jedi just, like, a few weeks ago. And I'm like, it has some pacing issues. And the Ewoks are kind of dumb in context. And I've just, you know, there are lots of problems with the movie. And then this new movie, it's like, it's really good, and it keeps your attention, and it moves the story along, and the characters are really human, and the stormtroopers are really human, and everything's really good. Like, even if the plot is kind of silly, or, you know, takes a lot of cues from the original movie, and even if the I lost my train of thought, but even, you know, despite its flaws, I'd say that it's a better movie than Jedi. She's still looking at me funny.
I will admit, thinking about it, Jedi's not my favorite one. I think Empire is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, Empire is by far the best Star Wars movie.
I want to watch it again, but I keep forgetting to get my Star Wars DVDs from my parents because they marathoned the whole movies before we went and saw it. So they still have it. I need to get them back from them.
What you do is you wait until Disney finally follows through and releases Blu-ray editions of the original Star Wars movies in the theatrical cut.
When they do that, I'm buying like 3 editions of that sucker. Not really. That'd be too expensive. But I am buying one. Like, totally. Because I have my VHS versions because I'm not a fan of the DVD format ones. Because it's stupid.
The original THX remasters that they put out in the sleeved black box set with like the half face portraits of each of the let's see, it's Yoda, Darth Vader, and who else?
I don't know. It's been too long since I've seen it. It's in the other room.
Yeah, I can never remember who the third one is. Might be a stormtrooper. I can't remember. Anyway,
anywho, I have that.
Yeah, but that's probably enough Star Wars talk for the day.
It's never enough. But yeah, I'll probably make a video that has spoilers in it of my rant of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I do like it. I have decided that I do like it, and I do want to see it again. I'm just not paying for it this time. My mom hates the movie.
You're gonna wait until your free passes start working for it?
Yeah.
Because it's like, what? They said like I tried to use a free pass when I went to see it. And they said, you're going to have to wait for like a month for these to actually work.
Yeah, because Disney is a big fat jerk. When we got the emails for that, we're like, oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm so glad I don't have to mess with Star Wars because Disney is just, oh my goodness. Like, there was talks of having some theaters staying open 24 hours for Star Wars. It's like, oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. Of course, that I don't think had anything to do with Disney. It was more our region leader, who nobody likes because he doesn't pay attention, and he's a big jerk. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's, that's a business strategy.
It's a bad strategy because it's the only theater is that actually sold out all of their ones is like the new one that just opened up.
Like, if they did that for like one day, I could see it. Like, opening day, if they stayed
Opening
open
day.
24 hours, I would totally understand. That would sell. People would go.
That would be bad for the people who work though. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah, it would be bad for the people who work there, but it would be a good business move.
it would.
But just for the one day.
Yeah, after that, it's pointless. It's like they'll
Yeah, it
wait
would
and see
drop
it.
off instantly.
They will wait and see it when they're actually awake and stuff. But yeah.
Okay. So, Star Wars overall view, positive.
Yay!
And so I guess the next thing would be Christmas.
Blah.
Yeah. Tell your
Christmas.
Christmas story.
Christmas this year. I don't know what it was. I wasn't the only one who had a bad Christmas, so I feel a little bit better about that. But let's see. Christmas Eve, I had to work, and then I went over to my parents' house, and then my mom and I, last minute decided to adjust the gifts for all the family members so I could throw in, like, I gave everybody free movie passes and stuff, right? Biggest hit ever. I underestimated how big that would be. 'Cause I forgot how big of movie watchers my family are, so it's just funny.
See,
So,
that's great. You didn't have to pay anything for the presents,
yeah,
and
and
everybody loves them. That's
had like
fantastic.
a huge stack of them because I didn't use them at all last year because every time I thought of using it, I had a headache on my day off, so I just never went and saw a movie. So I had like a whole bunch. So everybody got some. But it was funny though, because Christmas Eve, we go over to my dad's side of the family, and then Christmas Day, my mom's side of the family comes over. So we went over to my dad's side of the family. My brother and my dad had already gone across the street, because they live across the street from them, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And they were already opening presents and stuff by the time we got over there. So, like, right off the bat, it was just like, things, juggling. Okay, here's your present. Here's your present. So, I didn't even get to see the look on my grandparents' face when they opened up the gift card that I bought them. So, I don't know if they were like, oh, cool, or if it was like, oh, we don't go to this restaurant. So, it's like, well, okay, whatever. So, I don't know. My mom and I both had a headache. Hers, I think, was worse than mine.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so, and I've got a cousin who absolutely adores me. She draws, like, fan art and stuff. So, it's funny. So, she watches my YouTube stuff. And she did a little My Little Pony fan art for the family and stuff, because she draws pretty well, too. I've got a Batman that she drew on my fridge, so... But she likes to kind of yell in your ear. So, coupling that with a headache is not always fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, I never really get to see her, and she's really excited to see me, so I just grin and bear it. But, we got to have some food. They had hamburgers and hot dogs for the dinner. It's kind of funny. The hot dogs were better than the hamburgers, believe it or not. They were the Nathan's hot dogs. Those were pretty good. But
Yeah. Hamburgers. The line between good hamburgers and bad hamburgers is pretty thin. Like, you cook them too long and they're suddenly pretty blah.
It just, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but the burger was not as good as the hot dog that I had. And then there was something else, I don't know what it was, but it was the most amazing thing I've ever had for a chip dip that wasn't really, like, dippy. It was, like, corns and beans and peppers and stuff. It was really good. My aunt made that. But present-wise, I got me some food, some socks, which I asked for, by the way. So don't go, you got food and socks. It's like, no. I particularly asked for food and socks because I was, I'm low on money. I don't have all the money to throw at all the things. So I got socks and food. And then I got a bunch of candy. And let's see, what all did I get? I got my Batman mugs. I got 2 of them. So that's cool. I can use one here and one there. And then some other things. I don't remember. There's a cool little snowman design. It's like socks that are stuffed with rice, and then you tie them up and stuff, and they're like these cute little snowmen. It was adorable. So my cousin and my aunt made those. So that side of the family is really crafty. It's kind of funny, the differences between families.
Crafty.
I meant with like Pinterest and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, after that was said and done with, I was feeling really bleh. Because, like, that whole entire day, I was like, you know how you get when you're feverish, where your face feels hot, but your body is, like, chill?
Mm-hmm.
Like, chill. It was like that. But every time I was like, hey, do I feel hot to you? They were always like, oh, you feel a little warm. But it was, like, burning up. It was really annoying. So the whole day I had to endure that. And then a sinus headache because the temperature was ridiculously warm for Christmas Eve this year. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I spent the night at my parents' that night, and then we did Christmas. I was super sick that morning, of course, because, Merry Christmas! So I was feeling miserable. My grandmother came over. She's doing much better. I don't know if I told you guys what happened or not. But she was in the hospital for quite a bit in October. But she's doing better. She can breathe mostly. She sometimes has difficulties and stuff, but she's doing much better. So she came over early so she could see me because, of course, I had to work later that day.
Mm-hmm.
But that was pretty good. I got a whole bunch of Half Price Books gift cards from that side of the family.
Woo!
Yeah. And then some money. Mostly that. But yeah. That's my Christmas in a nutshell.
Exciting stuff.
So much excitement and not feeling well.
Yep. So my Christmas was pretty good. It worked out pretty nicely because I was scheduled to work Christmas Eve for half of a shift in the evening. So I would, scheduled to get off at 7 o'clock. So I would have had to leave work at 7, go to my grandmother's house, and then, like, probably leave, like, an hour or so later.
Ick.
And I was not looking forward to having my, Christmas Eve visit so truncated. But it turned out that on Tuesday, one of the area managers in the store called me and said, "Hey, do you want to come in tomorrow instead of on Christmas Eve?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Who would pass that up?
Do you want to come in 2 hours earlier than usual while you're at it? Sure. So, yeah, I worked 2 hours earlier than I usually do, which was weird. Fortunately, I usually get up 2 hours before I go to work, so I only had to get up an hour early.
Aha.
So it wasn't too bad. So on Christmas Eve, I got to, go with the family.
Yay.
And whatnot. So had that with my family, and had some vegan food because my one aunt is vegan and that uncle is vegetarian. So my other uncle, who is a really good cook, made vegan food, and the one, like, he made spaghetti using vegan chorizo, and it was really good. And he brought what he thinks is the best red wine grown in Virginia, where he lives, and it was good. I liked it. Ugh. I don't like red wine, and it was good.
I don't like wine in general. I've tried it, so I could say.
I usually stick to sweet white wines, but this red wine was actually palatable to me. But anyway, so after that, we had our presents and stuff. I only got for Christmas Eve, I only got one thing, which was a box of supposedly the best green tea grown in Japan, which is pretty nuts.
Is it?
It's pretty good.
Ooh.
Like I've only had one cup of it, and it was really quite good. Um, then Christmas Day, we had the family over to my house instead, and we had Christmas dinner there, and that was really good and significantly less vegan.
Yay.
Um, but for whatever reason, like I was really tired, and I drank a bunch of caffeine, and I felt all jittery, and then I had this sort of anxiety attack, which was not fun.
Nope.
But anyway, that eventually passed, and my sister's family came up. So then, the my nephews and niece opened their presents, and then they went to bed a little while after that, and then after that we opened our presents, and
Aha.
I got goodies.
Yes, you did.
So my brother got me a roadside emergency kit, which is pretty nice. Like um he's been on this big he's a volunteer firefighter and EMT, and he's been on a big, kick for that kind of stuff. So he
Yeah.
got me like a flashlight with LED lights, and it's got several settings, so it can be used like
Ooh.
as a roadside like marker, as well as like just as a flashlight.
That's
And
cool.
inside is a whistle, so you can get attention from people. There's like a knife attached to it, and a lighter. So essential stuff for good to have.
That's cool.
Yep. Then uh, my sister and brother-in-law got me a board game called Splendor, which I've not played. Looks cool. I've heard good things about it. It's pretty highly rated from what I've seen, but
You should play it.
I don't know if I'm gonna have a chance to anytime soon, because
Aw.
it's a I think it's a 2 to 4 player game, and my gaming group is usually 6 people. So,
Bring it with you. We'll play it.
I will. I'm going to bring, like, any game that I have which works well with 2 players or a small group of players, I'm going to bring with me.
Sweet.
Including Galaxy Trucker, which is like a board game roguelike. It's really cool.
Yay.
Then from my parents, I got a lot of good stuff. I got a couple books, including Thing Explainer from the writer of XKCD, the webcomic, which is a really cool book. I like it a lot.
It is cool. He showed me some pages. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I got the Blu-ray of Manos, The Hands of Fate,
Oh.
like the fully restored, terrible, awful, just horrendous movie.
Fantastic.
But, I just had to have it. It's like,
It's just one of those things.
yeah, I mean, like the original, like when they saw it in the theaters when this thing came out, it didn't look as good as this copy.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really, really amazing, like what this guy managed to do with this footage. So I got that. I got Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright for the 3DS. Like, I'm a huge Phoenix Wright fan,
Woohoo.
and this game I haven't had. Like, it's been out for a while, and I just couldn't quite bring myself to get it because it's also Professor Layton,
Yeah.
and I'm not a huge fan of the Professor Layton games because, like, I know people who really like them, but for me, it's like, okay, these puzzles don't have anything to do with the game. What? It's just random stuff, just kind of jammed into this. I like Phoenix Wright better because it's all like thought puzzles. It's like, okay, here's the bits of evidence, here's the situation. Now figure out how this happened. And, oh, here's a twist and here's a turn.
Oh.
It's really cool. I like that. I like those games a lot. So this one I'm looking forward to playing because it's a mix of both. Then I also got Lego Dimensions,
Woohoo. Yay.
along with the Homer Simpson level pack. So it also came with like Homer's car and TV. So that's fun stuff. And then also, like, after I was given that, my brother ran out of the room and came back. He's like, "Oh, I lied. Here's another present." And he gave me the Gollum pack for Lego Dimensions.
He probably just wanted to make sure that you got Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, like he didn't, like, my mom knew that he got that for me.
Uh-huh.
But he was like, "Well, I don't want to give this to him right away because if I do, then he'll know that he got Lego Dimensions."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, just write him an IOU and put it in a box." Okay. Because, I mean, I wrote an IOU for my mother because her present, last I had checked, was still in Moscow. So I couldn't exactly give it to her.
Be like, so...
Actually, funny thing, it just today, as of today's recording, that present probably arrived for me in the mail today, but it needed to be signed for, so it got taken back to the post office.
Oh, no!
Yeah, like, I was laying in bed this morning, and I hear a ding, like, of the doorbell ringing, and I'm laying in bed, like, just woke up. I was like, ugh. They'll leave it. I'll pick it up after I get up. So I go out there, and there's nothing there. And there's a note in the mailbox saying, "We missed you. Come pick it up at the post office." It's like, so hopefully they deliver it again tomorrow, and I can actually get it. Actually, tomorrow my dad should be off, so it shouldn't have any excuse.
Oh, there you go.
So anyway, I also got a Steam Link and Steam controller,
which look awesome. Well, at least the controller.
So the Steam Link is a in-home streaming thing, so you can stream gameplay from your computer to a TV over your wireless or wired network. Mm-hmm. So, like, I've got it hooked up to the wired network in my basement, and my room is 2 floors up, and that's where I have my computer. And playing Grand Theft Auto 5 over the Steam Link, great graphics, practically no latency.
It's awesome.
Like, it is, like, astounding how well the thing works. And the Steam controller, also outstanding and astounding how well the thing works. Like, it's got the dual touchpads, which takes some getting used to, but there are so many ways you can tweak them on how they work and whatnot that it works really well.
That's cool.
Yeah, and for most of what you do, there's an actual physical joystick. So, like, for a lot of games, you don't even see a difference, because it's just a joystick and the buttons.
Huh.
Yeah, so... And it's got paddles on the back, which is nifty. And a gyro inside, so if you want to set up gyro controls, you can.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much that. Good stuff. I had a pretty good Christmas.
Present-wise, mine was pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got so many gift cards for half-price books. I'm excited. I was supposed to go today, but I didn't. Because the weather's now, of course, literally almost freezing and stuff. We actually had snow flurries the other day.
Gosh.
But the ground wasn't cold enough to actually keep the snow, so it melted away. Thank goodness.
Yep.
Because I had to work that morning. It's like, nope, I refuse. It's too early in the year. No. Well, actually, it's not. It's not January yet. Oh, my goodness. It's not January. It's December.
Still December.
It's still December. It's almost gone.
Wait a week. Less than a week. Just a few days.
Just like 3 days.
Yeah.
I don't know when this is going up, but it's currently December 29th. So, it's absurd-y-surd.
Surdy-surd.
Yes. So, that was our Christmases.
Yep.
Kinda,
Yeah, physically, not so great, but still a good time overall. And other things, so that we could get into the Hog's Watch spirit, this month I read The Hogfather to Kay here.
It was funny. So if you guys don't know, Hog's Watch is kind of like Christmas for the Discworld world.
Yes. The round world's Christmas is the Discworld's Hogswatch.
Yep.
And
it was
basically
fun.
The story is that the auditors of reality want the Hogfather dead.
Yep.
So that people are easier to manage. And in order to stop the Hogfather from truly dying, Death steps in to fill his place to make sure there's a spot for him to come back.
It was funny. It was quite fun. I love
So you
Death.
have you have Death, the Grim Reaper, black robe, big scythe, doesn't get enough to eat, probably doesn't need a comb, that sort of thing, going around in a Santa costume, giving presents to children.
It is funny.
It's
worth the read if you are curious enough.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But so now, if you are a long-memoried fan of the podcast, we will be getting back into Equal Rights pretty soon, because we never actually got through that book.
No, we didn't.
So I'm going to start over from the beginning, and hopefully at some point she says, "Oh, I remember this. Skip ahead," so I don't have to read the whole thing again.
I think, is that one of the ones that I have?
Yes.
I'll just skim. Like,
yep. You have the first 4.
Tell me what page we are on, and I will guesstimate from there, because our books are not the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bookmark in my copy should still be in the right spot.
Okay. I forgot I had that book.
Yep.
So I could have secretly been reading it the whole time.
You should have been.
Should have, but I've been attempting to read other books that I haven't gone very far on. I'm currently reading Ray Bradbury's Somewhere a Band is Playing, and it's a little disorientating because time is a bit twisted in this town that the main character goes to, but after you get past that part, it's quite interesting. And then there's another book, like it's 2 short stories in this book. I don't remember what the other one is called. Let me look. Leviathan 99. I'm assuming it's 1999 because it's got the apostrophe in front of it, but yeah. I don't know what that's about because I haven't read that.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, it tells me. So the first one is a journalist bearing terrible news leaps from a still-moving train into a small town of wonderful, impossible secrets. So that's Somewhere a Band is Playing. And then the other one is the doomed crew of a starship follows their blind, mad captain on a quest into deepest space to joust with destiny, eternity, and God himself.
Gosh.
Yeah. I mostly got it because I wanted some form of interesting sci-fi to read. And the cover just kind of popped out at me. Because it's got, like, space and stuff in, like, the top middle part. And then it fades into, like, this nice little house with sunflowers and stuff. So it's interesting enough of a cover.
There you go.
Yeah. I do judge books by a cover. Sorry. I can't help it. There are just some covers that, like, draw you to them better than others.
First impressions.
Exactly.
So yeah, I guess that's books.
Yeah.
Let's go to our one patch of questions.
By one fantastic person. Simmer Player 27. I think she has left us questions before.
I believe so.
Yes. She's a very devout follower.
Thanks for being reliable.
Yay! So anyway, the first question is, what were some of your favorite games to play in 2015, and what were some of your least favorites? I don't think I had a least favorite.
Well, I'm going to say that my favorite game to play in 2015 was Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Because, I mean, it's not a new game, but I played it weekly all year.
I played it a little bit.
Because my friends that I hang out with every week on Wednesday, we play, role-playing games and stuff, but we start off the night and end the night usually with Super Smash Brothers.
I always tell them to win a tournament for me.
I hold my own pretty well. There are a couple of guys in my group who are pretty dang good at that game.
I can vouch for that. Although that one time, because I got to play Smash with them whenever I went up there, and it was funny. Because I was doing awful, and then I finally decided to play Luigi, and I like murdered everybody almost. It was funny.
Yeah, that was a good time.
That was.
Let's see. Not Grand Theft Auto. Well, okay. I mean, I got Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PC finally, and it looks so good on my computer. I only played a little bit of it so far because I mean I've beaten it. When it first came out on PS3, I bought it. Like I rented it, and I was like, okay, this game is really good. I'm just gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And I beat it. But now it's like, okay, I got the PC version. It's finally on sale, so I got it, and it's still really fun. There's cool new stuff in the PC version. But I guess the game that I really played the most in 2015 by myself, Metal Gear Solid 5. Let me check to see how long I have in that game. Let's see. That's not the right game.
You know
Metal
what would
Gear
be
Solid
cool?
5, The Phantom Pain. 100 hours.
Holy cow. I think I only have like one game that I've played that amount for, and that doesn't even really count because of the game that it is.
Yeah, because that was probably, let me guess, Clicker Heroes?
Yep. I don't
Left
even
it
know.
open all the time?
How many hours does that stupid thing have on it? Oh, sorry. No, it blows yours out of the water. 1,119 hours on that stupid game.
Yeah, because you just left it open all the time.
Yeah. You get
See,
more
Metal
points
Gear,
that way.
Metal Gear, I did leave open for probably 1 or 2 of those hours because, like, there are development things that you can do, and those take real time of in-game time. So I like set up a thing and then like went and had supper or whatever.
Here's to put it into perspective. Rogue Legacy, the game that everybody jokes about that I play every time, 96 hours on that game. So
Yep, but that's actual active playing time.
true. I have left it open a little bit here and there just to listen to the music though. But that was before I bought the soundtrack, which I do have. So what was your least favorite?
Let's see. I'm gonna look at my
That's what I'm doing too.
played games.
Huh. Well.
See, Grow Home. I liked Grow Home a lot. This isn't ones that were my least favorites. I liked Grow Home a lot. It's a really pretty simple little platformy game. I've got 7 hours on record, and I've beaten it thoroughly, but it's still a cool game.
I wasn't that into it. I did play it. I played it for 2 whole hours. I beat the game, but I didn't like fully beat it. Like there were several achievements and stuff that I did not do. I just kind of beat the main storyline. But I don't know. I think my controller is messed up, hence why the controls were a little borked, but I don't know. Because I did notice the controller is messed up because I was playing Rocket League the other day and I left it there. Like my hands weren't really touching anything and the stupid thing like dropped down to the farthest bottom option. It's like, oh, okay. That's cool. So
Yeah, there must have been some issue with your controller there because like I said, I had a great time with that game.
it's a cute game. It is very I'm not disappointed in it. I'm just disappointed in my controller because I'm pretty sure that's what made it annoying to play.
Because I had fun just, running around in that game and finding all the little crystals and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Games that I didn't like this year.
I'm trying to think too.
Because, I mean, I did a pretty good job at avoiding stuff that I didn't think looked good.
I
'Cause I
still
can't.
have a bunch of games that I bought that I haven't played yet. There was something though. What was it? Well, while you're looking for that, I will talk about my favorite games. Let's see. I got Rocket League for Christmas this year. Yay!
Early Christmas.
Early Christmas, yeah, from the winter Steam sale, not the Christmas holiday sale. And I played that. I've only played it for 2 hours because I haven't been able to like play stuff because I'm trying to do like stuff in Minecraft while wanting to play everything else, and I just can't do both at the same time. I need like 2 computers and 4 sets of arms and stuff and 4 sets of eyes. Like I need to clone myself is what I need to do. Like I'll have a clone to do Minecraft, I'll have a clone to go to work, and then I could just do whatever I want. Be perfect. But let's see. This isn't a game, but it's a software. Does it count?
I don't know.
It's what I used to do NaNoWriMo. It's called Nimble Writer. It's on Steam. Cameron gifted that to me. What was it? Earlier this year or last year? I don't quite remember. But I really like it because you could change like all sorts of settings. And it has achievements on it. That was fun. That is so much fun. Like, if you want to get gamer writers writing, put achievements on this software. We'll be like fingers flying everywhere. Let's see. Rogue Legacy, of course, stays top notch. I mean, I've been playing it for months off and on. So it's just, I don't know. There's just something about the game. I guess because it always changes and stuff, and it's just fun to play it over and over and over and over and over again. But, let's see. A game that I started playing this year, let's see. I finally played Knights of Pen and Paper +1. I have not finished it yet, but I think I played it on stream. And it's quite fun for what it is. It's a, what's it called? It's like a RPG, kinda, but more Dungeons and Dragons sort of thing. So it's quite fun because it's all cartoony and stuff, and you can decorate like the little table that your little characters that you get to choose sit on and stuff. It's fun. There's a second one out that I want to get, but I want to finish the first one before I do that. Another one is the Stanley Parable. That one is so much fun. I spent 3 hours straight.
Such a good game.
I spent 3 hours straight playing that thing. And I probably would have continued playing it, except it was getting late at the night, and I just didn't go back to playing it. Because there's still some achievements I need to do.
I got my father to play that game this year.
Yeah?
Like after like months of telling him that he should really sit down and play this game, and he had a good time. So
they have another game out that I bought. It's called The Beginner's Guide. I haven't played it yet. I have it installed, ready and waiting to play.
I've heard interesting things about that game. Because it doesn't have a whole lot of game in it. It's mostly a story.
Yep. Which is why I'm interested to play it. Let's see. DuckTales Remastered, I played. I think I may have played DuckTales when I was younger, but who knows for sure. My memory's not what it used to be anymore. But the Remastered, I played and beat it during a stream. It was so much fun. Just so much fun. Just brought back memories of watching DuckTales. And another game, one more, is Hero of the Kingdom. That one is one of those, you do little quests, you go from point A to point B on your little map, and then you do little quests, and you find little things, and then you go back and forth, back and forth. I didn't think it'd be as much fun as it is, but it was. I've got 117 minutes clocked on it, and I bought the second game, because I found out there was a second game. I am stuck, though. I can't figure out how to proceed. I'm stuck trying to figure out something. But I think that's it. I think.
I certainly have a low point of the year in gaming. I finally remembered that it did come out this year. I only spent a little while playing it, and A game called Armicrog.
Armacrog?
Armicrog. It
Huh.
is a adventure game from the studio that brought you Earthworm Jim and other such
Aww.
titles, and stars Mike Nelson from Mystery Science Theater and Riff Tracks as the main character, and his sidekick was the same person who voiced Pinky in Animaniacs.
Narf!
They had everything going for them, but the game itself
Aww.
is pretty bad. Like,
Aww.
it's all super obtuse, like old adventure game puzzles.
Aww.
And some of the puzzles, like the ones that aren't, like some of the puzzles are, they just take forever. Like, even if you figure out, a different way to try the solution really quickly, you still have to wait for the puzzle to catch up with you because it's on a timer.
Oh, jeez. That's annoying.
Yeah, so. And I kickstarted this game because,
Oh, no.
like I said, it had everything going for it.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, but in the end,
Cat.
it's. Uh,
I cannot find a game in my Steam library that would qualify as a disappointment.
how did you
Yes.
feel about Batman Arkham Knight?
Oh, there you go. Uh, where the Batmobile was not concerned, it was pretty awesome. It was really fantastic. It was just like, Asylum and City, stealthily moving around, being the Batman. And I figured, oh my goodness, being in the Batmobile, that'll be like the best thing ever in the whole wide world. No. The controls on that thing were ridiculous. Like, okay, you've played any racing game ever, right? You know the gas button is this button, and you know the brake button is this button. Always, usually. Yes? Right? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can turn the Batmobile into a form of a tank, and guess what button activates that? The brake button. I know you can change the control scheme and blah, 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 blah. But by the time I figured of doing that, I was already partially used to the fact that it was all backwards and screwy. That I figured if I changed it now, it will just mess everything up later. So I just grinned and bared it. But I don't know, it wasn't as fun because the Riddler like challenges and stuff, you had to use the Batmobile. And it was just really annoying.
Mm-hmm. Especially because you got that Batman Edition PS4.
Oh no, I'm not mad about that. I like my PS4. It's a great Blu-ray player.
Uh, um, yeah, I was okay with that game. I liked it fine. Um, like I was okay with the control scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't know. I just don't think they went out on a pretty good note with the Arkham franchise because I mean they've said that they're not going to make any more games. At least not Rockstar or
Yeah,
what? Not Rockstar. Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. They're not going to make any more, games from them, and I think that's probably a good thing because
Yeah.
like Arkham Asylum is still the best game in the franchise because it's a nice, linear, concentrated experience.
It
And then
is.
each one opened up a little bit more, and that's not necessarily what that series needs.
City was pretty decent with that part. I liked it. It was
Yeah.
harder, that's for sure, which was a challenge. But this was just too much. Like it was cool that, there were no points of which it would stop and start loading it up, but oh my goodness, I just now realized. Somebody asked me on Ask.fm, like, what my favorite glitch that I found was.
Yeah.
I forgot. Arkham Knight had some fun glitches to it. I broke the game like 3 times. Twice, I may add, I thought I broke my PlayStation 4 and I was about to like throw the thing out the window. It was so bad. It's like, no, this is ridiculous. I am glad I didn't buy the PC version, though, because that was more broken than anything else. It's
Yep.
like, oh, that's awful.
See, I
So,
rented the PS4 version and just,
ah,
played it through. Um, and it was good. And I only had one notable glitch wherein I was doing the last Two-Face mission. And
oh.
I kind of glitched Harvey Dent halfway into the floor. Like his torso was in the ground and the rest of him wasn't, and he was stretched out of shape
He's like,
to accommodate
ugh. It's
this.
like, hey, Harvey, you doing okay over there? Man,
Uh,
I wish that little area, like that part, was like a challenge map.
mhm.
You know, like one of those stealth challenge maps. Those are fun to do, but like the Batmobile, it just the tanks that you had to fight in the Batmobile became very, very annoying. It just, I don't know. Like, I don't like dying, even though I know it'll start me right back at the beginning. I just don't like having to redo a mission over again. So, like, that last final boss was just, ugh. Sorry, I have dust on my camera. But yeah, I mean, not my favorite of the trilogy,
Yeah.
but yeah. I played Arkham Asylum again on the computer before I got my Arkham Knight, so I don't know. It was fun, but not what I was hoping it would be. It was a disappointment.
Well, I think that qualifies.
I think so too. I've forgotten all about that. That's how bad it was.
Oh my.
Ah.
So, what did you do this year that you were most proud of?
I opened a jar of pickles by myself. I know. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Astounding.
Isn't it? I should receive an award for this, but nobody has an award for me.
Bah.
But no, that is not what I'm most proud of. I'm most proud of writing 50,000 words in a month and finishing a novel. That is what I'm most proud of.
Fantastic.
What about
Let's
you?
see. I honestly don't know.
Oh no! Surely you
Um,
did something. I know what you should be proud of.
What's that?
You got me to go on an airplane.
Yes, I got
Twice.
you to go on an airplane twice.
4 times, technically.
4 times.
And I hated every single one of them. I hope you're happy. I
But
had
the-
like a full-on panic attack like an hour before I boarded the plane. It was kind of stupid, but
But the payoff was worth it.
I think so.
Good thing too.
Otherwise, you would have received a slap in the face.
Instead, you received a cow.
Mulinda. Yes, she's sitting on my bed as she has been since I brought her home.
Fantastic. Well, for a while she was back there.
That's true, but that's because the futon was not in couch mode. It was in bed mode. Because it was way too hot in the summer to be sleeping in my room. Ugh.
Ugh. So, next question is, what is something you want to do or are looking forward to in 2016?
I know one thing I'm looking forward to doing.
What's that?
Editing my book.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's going to be quite a project.
Yes, it will. I need to hook up. I've got a printer my grandmother gave my mom, and then my mom gave it to me. So I need to get some paper and then hook it up and print it out because I don't know. I feel like editing the book will be easier with a physical copy in my hand.
You know, I would almost suggest like seeing about getting it printed somewhere as opposed to doing it yourself.
What do you
Because
mean?
like just going to like Kinko's or something and printing out the document.
Oh, be like, here, print this out for me.
Yeah, instead of doing it yourself. Because I think it would be probably faster, maybe not cheaper, but maybe. Because, I mean, if you're just going to get ink and a printer in order to print off a thing and then never not use your ink again until it dries up.
Yeah, see, I don't even know if the ink that came with this printer is dried up or not. Because printer ink is stupid expensive. Jeez.
Printer ink is several times more expensive than human blood.
I have my red ink. I know for a fact that if you withdraw blood from my arm, I will feel like passing out.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably get through like 2 pages before you passed out.
Probably like 1.5. Be like, I feel a little faint. Ah. Like, I don't faint at the sight of blood. I have found this out. Because I got my, like, pinky finger pinched in a sleeper sofa. And there's a scar on it to prove what happened. It was stupid. I didn't move my finger. My mom told me to, but I didn't. So it was my fault. So I didn't even notice that it was, like, bleeding out and everything. And I'm just like, I feel a little faint. Like, I don't know. Is everything okay? And my mom's like, you're bleeding. I'm like, oh. It's like, I didn't even notice. I was just like, ow, my finger hurts. I figured I just pinched it or whatever. But no, I didn't pinch it. I, like, downright cut it. So it's kind of funny. It leaves, like, a little backwards L-shaped scar on my pinky.
Waluigi.
Let's see. Something that we are looking forward to in 2016. I wonder what we've been slightly planning and suddenly decided to maybe push up a little closer.
So, I'm gonna be moving down to Texas.
Yep. I get a roommate.
She gets a roommate.
Yay! A handsome bearded roommate.
Yes.
Which means it may make these podcasts a lot easier.
Yes. Well, if not easier, at least somewhat clearer.
Yeah.
Because you don't have one-way Skype messing with the quality of the audio.
Which it did do twice in this, I may add.
Of course.
It didn't do it as bad as it has before, though. You could still make out what you were trying to say.
Well, that's good.
But, it's still doing that. But yeah. So, I don't know exactly when, but it is happening in early 2016. So,
yep.
Yay. That'll be fun.
The original plan was fall.
Yeah.
Then the modified original plan was spring.
Yeah.
Then,
now it's all like, as soon as possible.
Yeah, now we're thinking maybe like mid-January.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, if the winter continues to be as mild as it has been, especially...
I think it will until February. February will probably be the killer.
It could well be.
Like, happy birthday for you! Snow! It's like, yay!
Yeah, so I'm going to have to start doing a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Because, I mean, on one hand, I could see about getting a transfer down there. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, it might just be easier for me to quit my job and get a new job down there.
I wonder. You'd have to find some place first.
Well, you know, I could just apply at a few places. But again, I'm gonna see about the transfer thing first. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to ask about that probably on Thursday.
Be like, hey, I have a question for you. Do you have an answer for me?
Fortunately, I work on like weekdays, so pretty much everybody's there, so I can ask HR and whatnot.
Which is good.
Yeah.
That makes it easier and stuff.
But that's going to be quite a thing, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But, because, I mean, the big thing is that I have to drive all the way to Texas.
It's a shame we're not in Star Trek and you just teleport yourself.
Yeah.
Transporting.
Or even take a shuttlecraft.
Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Shuttlecraft to Enterprise.
Or, even better, be able to do any of the above for free, because Star Trek doesn't have money.
Can you imagine?
But yeah, I'm looking at a 1,121 mile trip,
Yep.
which would be 16 hours without traffic.
Oh, if only that were possible.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey guys, I have a trip to make. No traffic. Whoosh.
It'd go in a straight line to be way easier.
Well, yeah, because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. That's simple math right there, ladies and gentlemen. I know my math sometimes. There was a joke. Oh my goodness, I don't remember where it was. But it was funny. I want to see if I can find it. It's basically making fun of the fact that because writers are so creative, we don't know how to math.
There's a pretty good little bit in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy about going from point A to point B.
That's another book I need to read. Oh, I guess it was Twitter. Dang it.
It's a good one.
That means it's going to be impossible to find, so I'm not going to look.
See, okay, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, we'll skip reading the book. Skip it. The radio show is the way to experience The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Don't I have some of those episodes?
You should. I believe you have at least like the first 2 series.
I keep forgetting I have them.
They're half-hour episodes.
I should totally get them on my phone or something.
Yeah.
I need to find that. I need to do that after I will do that after this podcast.
There you go.
Yay, something to do.
Yay.
Yay. So, that's it for questions. Unless you have something else you're looking forward to or wanting to do.
Not really. I mean, there's a couple of projects that I'd like to get started on, but we'll see how that actually goes. I think it's too early to announce anything just yet on those, just because they're still in the concept stage for the most part.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's something that I've been kicking around in my head for a month or two. And need to sit down and actually do some harder work at. But now that plans have changed, I may have to push that off a bit. I mean, I'll maybe still find some time to work on it, like especially like maybe tomorrow afternoon, morning, sometime.
Maybe. I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've got. This is going to be a tricky couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if things actually work out and start going through, and they'd be like,
yeah, be like, oh yeah, pew 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 pew. It's gonna be like a domino effect. You're just gonna hesitate on that first domino, and then all of a sudden,
yeah. Because the one of the bigger things is that, like I said, I'm gonna have to drive down there, and my father has offered to come with me. But the trick is he's going to have to get off work to do that.
Yeah.
And we're going to need, like for him, we're going to need at least 3 or 4 days. And that's hoping that like flights back work out.
Yeah. Hopefully. There are plenty of flights that leave the airports.
Yeah, because I mean, worst case scenario, like getting from Texas to Chicago should be fine. But getting from Chicago to our closest airport would be a little bit more of a trick. But he could probably go up to Detroit and somebody could pick him up, or somebody could drive out to Chicago and pick him up even.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's just something we're going to have to mess with. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be it, I think.
I think so. There's no more questions unless you have teeny tiny fine print in there somewhere.
No.
Nope. I don't see any.
So if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments.
Wait, that's not how you spell it.
She's like, as we speak, adding teeny tiny fine print in a normal size font into the document that we're using.
Wait.
But in any event, leave questions in the comments. Keep an eye on her Twitter.
Tweet.
Because, like, usually, like, during the day before, like, when we do these podcasts, she asks for questions.
I'm like, I know how to get topic ideas. And then I tweet out, hey, who has topic ideas? And usually some people will have questions. So there's always that. So,
yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get back to doing these things more regularly.
If not, then maybe like every other week. Not a weekly thing, but maybe every other week. Maybe. Yep. I don't know. Depending upon how January turns out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see from there.
We shall see.
We shall see indeed. But yeah, that is it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. It actually managed to be past an hour long. I didn't think we were going to make it.
Huh.
Yeah. It's an hour 20 minutes.
Huh.
I think the Star Wars thing did it for us.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I tend to go on a rant. That video's going to be fun to edit. This is why I haven't done a video for Star Wars yet. Somebody asked me and I'm like, well, I have an idea of doing it, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to include spoilers or not, and I think I will. I'll just have like a little thing pop up, be like, hey, I'm about to talk about spoilers. You may want to mute your speakers.
Yeah. What you should do is find some time when you can sit down and just rant for a while, and then just sit down and rant for a while, and then, poke at the video, edit it a bit here and there.
Yeah, so it may be like a week before it gets uploaded after.
Make it a little project.
Yeah, just like any other thing.
Yep.
My little projects turn into big projects, so.
So thanks for joining us.
Yay! Hope you enjoyed. And we will see you next time. Not really see, but, we could pretend.
You know what she means.
Exactly. So yeah, thanks for listening in, and see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye!